Hello, and it's day 3. We're going to connect things up with the spine. So let's come into a cross-leg position, and what I want you to do is really reach up through the top of the head. Make sure your rib cage is against your stomach and your shoulders are relaxed. So we'll start off with a bit of a neck movement. Take a deep breath in as you look to the left-hand side and exhale back to the middle. Inhale to the other side and exhale back to the middle. Make sure that your shoulders aren't moving. Make sure your rib cage is not moving with this movement. Your alignment should be a nice neutral spine, taking gravity off it so your pelvis isn't tilted back. And the only mobility we want is the neck. And I want you to consciously understand and feel whether one side is getting more movement than the other. As you're getting to the extent of the range, I want you to really press against that and control any movement in the shoulders. And one more to the right hand side. And then come to the middle. So in the next one, it's the same. We're going to have a neck movement. We're going to bring our right ear down to our shoulder. And then back to the middle. Exhaling as we bring the left ear down. And inhaling back to the middle. Making sure our shoulders don't move with our head. We're consciously using our shoulder blades to push our shoulders down so they don't lift with the movement. We're also using our abdominals and our neutral spine position and making sure our pelvis is pointing up, not tilted backwards, to stop any unwanted movement in the trunk of the body. And bring it back to middle. Bring your hands down to the side. So we're going to do floating arms. So our breathing is a breathe in as we lift the arm up. And an exhale to bring it down. Our stability needs to come from our rib cage and our shoulders. Abdominals are tight. Shoulders are being held if they're not moving. And we're pushing up through the top of our head to keep our neck straight and stop it falling forward. Again, our abdominals and our back muscles are holding that pelvis nice and still, so we're just moving from the joint. Just be aware of any movement coming into the spine as you reach up, and if that occurs, what I want you to do is stop next time before that happens. So become very conscious of any effect of this movement on the spine. Lying down. So I want your palms down. Our alignment is heavy through the heels, the pelvis, the rib cage, and the head. Palms down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to lift up the pelvis,
start peeling off the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the knees the same distance as you lift up into a bridge on the shoulders. And then soften the rib cage. Start to lay one vertebrae down at a time all the way to the pelvis. So exhaling, peeling off. Inhale at the top here and exhale. Come all the way down. And inhale to prepare, exhale on the way up. And exhale down. So let's carry on. Two more of these. And rest. So just make sure you're in that neutral position. The pelvis, the rib cage, and your head are heavy in the spine. And now move into bridge. So we're just moving from the hip. Exhale. And inhale as we lower the spine all the way down. Alignment, keeping that rib cage down, not letting it flare. Keeping the same distance between the knees. Don't let the back curl or bend at all. One more. And then come back down. Let's connect knees and arms together. And we're going to do on the hip rolls, but this time we're going to move on the exhale. So we're going for mobility right the way through the spine, keeping the shoulders down. And inhale on the way back. Knowing that the exhale is going to give us more room because we have less air in the body. Keeping the knees squeezed together, keeping the ankles squeezed together. And most importantly, the shoulders are down. to the middle. Let's bring our hands to our sides, and we're going to move into a full body movement. Bring both legs into a knee fold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to the sides of the knees. We're going to do a leg stretch here. So pressing one leg away, bringing the other in, and switch. I want you to hold that curl up. Make sure the head isn't moving. Make sure your pelvis is still heavy into the mat. So the weight is going away from you, not to the center of your back. Pushing those feet away each time. Using those core muscles to hold that body position. One more on each side. And then bring the knees in, bring your head down, and then your feet down. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back into that little knee fold. So we're going to do a curl up, but we're also going to extend our legs away at the same time. So we're going to do a curl up and we're going to do a toe tap at the same time. So both toes are going to come down, keeping the angle at the knees. So you're breathing to exhale to come up, breathe at the top, exhale to come down and to bring the legs back up. So exhale, inhale here, exhale to come back. One more of these. Bring your arms to the side, legs down. So let's bring our palms to the side of our hips. Make sure that our pelvis is heavy in, our rib cage is heavy in, but down against the stomach, and our head is heavy into the mat. I want you to breathe in as you lift the arms up, fingers pointed to the ceiling, and out as you bring them overhead, so the back of your hands come onto the floor behind you. If you find you're lifting your ribs, don't bring them all the way to the floor. Inhale here, and exhale. Maintain that alignment of heaviness through the pelvis and rib cage, keeping the rib cage down to the stomach, not allowing it to flare up, so that will keep your spine nice and straight. And you'll use gravity slowly over time to lengthen those muscles underneath of the arm that have been pulling on the rib cage to lift it. Using the strength of the stomach muscles, strength of the intercostals, keeping that rib cage down to stretch out. You might find the stretch underneath the armpit on the tight side.
and we're going to turn over. So, we've done the front, we've connected the rib cage and the pelvis through the front. Now we've got to do it through the back. So I'm going to start off with a Cobra to start that coming through. Forehead on the mat, feet slightly wider than hip width, and your elbows are directly out from your shoulders, nice and wide. Our alignment is not to fall into the lower back. Breathing in as you lift through the head, pushing through the hands, just extend at the hips a little bit. Take that pressure off the lower back. And inhale at the top, exhale, bring yourself down. Inhale at the top so you can feel the stretch. So, one more. Now I want you to bring your forehead to your hands and bend your right knee. Just going to lift that knee off the ground, keep the pelvis from rotating. So lift and lower, exhale. Make sure you're maintaining a right angle at the knee. One more. And lower that. Let's bend the other knee. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring that down. Bring your arms all the way to the front. You're going to put those together. Lift the head. You're going to lift your right leg and your left arm. And then lower. And then opposite. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale to lift. Inhale to bring it down. Nice and stable neck, nice and stable back. Last one on each side. And I want you to bring yourself into this rest position. Just curl out your back for a little bit.
and then come into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to finish off with a bit of a stretch. What I want you to do is think about a hip hinge here, not a back curl. We're going to use a rotation through the back though. So your left hand comes behind your right one. You're going to hinge at the hips so the back stays nice and straight as you rotate the spine, pushing the hand away. Breathe in there, exhale. And bring that down. We're going to go to the other side. So exhaling for the hinge. The last one on each side. And then come in sitting into a neutral position. Bring your arms out to the side, keeping that spinal alignment a nice neutral position. I want you to look to the left and exhale as you come around to the side. Inhale. As you come back, exhale. Use those back muscles to keep that pelvis from rolling back. And if you need to, just bend the knees to keep yourself in that neutral position. Lengthen through the top of your head. Make sure you're not allowing that head to fall forward. Back to center. Bring your left leg back and your right leg behind you. You're going to go into a side bend, using these shoulders to bring it up to a nice stable position, then bending through the side and top of the body. Push back, bring the arms back, and then moving through the shoulder, and then over. Much more natural position because your spine is already in flexion. So we're using control here teach you to move the shoulders without further movement, even though it's not in that neutral position. So a much more advanced stability exercise. Exhale. Inhale. Check your chin, make sure your head's not falling forward, your neck is still relaxed. And one more. And then we're going to swap legs. So arms out wide, exhale.
And then let's come into 4-point kneeling and then bring your elbows down. So let's extend the legs, bring your hips down to straight and maintain that plank position for a second. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the rib cage through. Inhale to lift the rib cage back. Maintain the alignment through the spine, nice straight spine, nice straight neck. Don't let your head fall forward. And one more of these. Last one. And then bring that back. Come into the 4-point kneeling position. And then we're going to move into Superman position. So I want you to really concentrate on the position of the shoulders as you're doing this. First, extend the leg away. On an exhale, inhale. Bring that shoulder up to ear level. Just lift the leg slightly off the ground. And then exhale. Exhale here. And inhale. Bring that arm up to ear level. And bring that down. Now, our alignment is we're keeping a straight back. So don't allow yourself to sink into the back. Don't allow your shoulders to fall. So you want to maintain a nice straight line between your armpits and your hips in that extended position. One more on the other side. And then let's come all the way down onto the front. And you're going to bring your forehead to your fingertips. So, breathing in here, I want you to lift up through the back of the head, lift up through the shoulders, and then exhale on the way down. Now, alignment, keeping everything else heavy into the mat. We're just moving through the back of the head and extending the spine through the shoulder blades. Squeeze those shoulders together as they come up. One more. And then push yourself all the way back into this rest position here. That's heavy work. You're just going to finish off with a tap today, just to stretch things out through the back line of the shoulders. We've had a fair bit to do today. So take a deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, I want you to roll the pelvis underneath. Let that roll up the spine. Let the shoulder blades widen at this point, and then finish with the head. Feel the stretch through the back of the shoulders before you come back
into neutral L alignment, knees and the hands below hips and shoulders respectively. And we're just sequentially moving the spine from the bottom of it, holding everything else still until it's its turn to move. A real combination of stability and mobility with this movement. And one more. And then just bring one arm down and stretch it through. And then another and stretch it through. And then let's go straight into thread the needle. Bringing the right arm down, rotating through the spine, stretching through, and we're going to open up to the other side. And one more of those. And open up. And then come back into sitting. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.